Hello everyone. Today I would like to tell you about the Sauter on audience. First, the speaker welcomed his students to Introduction to Economics. He introduced the textbook for the course, Economic for the New Millennium. Then he said that it was available at the university bookstore. The price was a bit steep, but he thought they would find it well worth it. Finally, he suggested them bring their book to the next class. There would be two exams, the midterm and the final. In addition to it, they would write several short research papers. First, the speaker announced to her employees all of them need to be aware of their return policy. Next, she suggested don't accept any return from customer without the date of receipt. Make sure all return items were in good condition before sending in. Check the items carefully because they had had problems in the past with customers returning damaged goods. Finally, she reminded them they issued store credit, not cash, for returns and told her if they received any complaints. First, the speaker introduced Dr. Galbraith's office. Then he said that if this was an emergency, please hang up and call an ambulance. If they would like to make an appointment or ask for medical advice, please call back during their regular office hours. They opened from 10 to 6 on Monday through Friday and from 9 to 12 on the first Saturday of each month. Finally, he reminded they needed to make an appointment because they didn't accept walk-ins. First, the speaker suggested flight attendants remind the passengers that they would be landing shortly. Then she suggested check to make sure all seat belts were fastened and asked to passengers to turn off all cell phones and recording devices. Finally, she suggested find out if there was anyone with small children requiring extra assistance or anyone needs help getting to a connecting flight. First, the speaker introduced the following was the public service announcement brought to them by Radio XYZ. Then, he said because of the drought, government officials were asking all city residents to conserve water by not to fill the swimming pool or watering their gardens until the new notice. Right then, the government was asking the resident to do that on voluntary basis. But if the situation became severe, the fine would be imposed. Finally, he suggested statement to the Radio XYZ for all the latest updates. First, the speaker thanked listeners for calling the city hotline, the information source for all city events. Next, he suggested for theater schedules and ticket orders, press 1. For museum information, including information on special exhibits, the lecture series at the Art Museum and the foreign films series at the History Museum, press 2. To hear about upcoming sports event at the city stadium, press 3. Finally, he said that to speak to operator, please stay on the line. First, the man announced to listeners the History Museum was the last stop that day. Then he said that they would be spent 2 hours there. Recorded tours were available at the front desk for a small fee. He also had free information brochures about the permanent exhibits for anyone who was interested. They were asked to return to the bus no later than 5:30. Finally, he said that the bus would take them to their hotel where they enjoyed dinner and the evening programs.